Look at your hand. Really look at it. The skin, the bone, the blood moving underneath, it feels like the most ordinary thing in the world. It's yours. It's always been here. But every single atom in that hand is unimaginably old, and almost none of it was made on Earth. The iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the oxygen you're breathing right now, all of it was forged somewhere else. Somewhere violent. Somewhere that no longer exists. You are not from here. Not really. You are made of dead stars. And I don't mean that as a poem, I mean it as physics. Let's trace where you actually came from, atom by atom, and it might be the strangest origin story you've ever heard. Because it's true and it's yours. Start at the very beginning. The Big Bang, 13.8 billion years ago. In the first few minutes of the universe, everything was so hot that particles couldn't even hold together. But as it cooled, the simplest things formed. Hydrogen, the lightest element there is, just a single proton, a little helium, a trace of lithium. And then the universe cooled too much for any more to form, and that was it. For a while, the entire universe was basically just hydrogen and helium. Nothing else. No carbon, no oxygen, no metal, no rock, no you. Now, here's the first thing that should stop you. Your body is full of hydrogen, mostly in the water that makes up most of you. And that hydrogen has never been remade. It can't be, which means the hydrogen in the water in your body right now was created in the first few minutes of the universe. It is 13.8 billion years old. It is older than the Earth, older than the sun, older than every star you have ever seen in the night sky. You're carrying around the oldest stuff in existence and you use it to cry and sweat and quench your thirst. But hydrogen alone can't build a person. To make you, the universe needed heavier ingredients, and to get them, something had to die. Enter the stars. A star is a furnace. Deep in its core, under unbelievable pressure, it crushes hydrogen together to make helium. And that fusion is what makes it shine. Our sun is doing it right now. But the biggest stars don't stop there. When they start running low on hydrogen, they begin fusing heavier and heavier elements, like a furnace burning hotter and hotter. Helium fuses into carbon, carbon into oxygen, on, building the elements that would one day build you. The carbon in every cell of your body, the oxygen in every breath, the nitrogen in your DNA, those were cooked inside the bellies of massive stars. Over millions of years, long before the Earth existed, stars are where the universe learned to make the ingredients of life. But there's a wall. A star can fuse elements all the way up to iron, and then it stops. Iron is the dead end. Fusing iron doesn't release energy, it costs energy, and the moment a giant star fills its core with iron, it has signed its own death warrant. The furnace goes out, and with nothing left to hold it up against its own gravity, the star collapses in less than a second, and then it detonates. A supernova, the single most violent event in the universe. For a few weeks, one dying star can outshine an entire galaxy of hundreds of billions of stars combined. And in that explosion, two things happened that made you possible. First, the supernova blasts all those elements the star spent its life making. The carbon, the oxygen, the nitrogen, out into space, seeding the galaxy with the raw material for planets and life. Second, and this is the beautiful part, the explosion itself is so insanely energetic that it forges brand new elements that no ordinary star could ever make. The calcium that's in your bones right now, the iron that's in your blood that makes it red, that's carrying oxygen through you this very second. Those were created in the heart of a dying star's final explosion and then flung across space. And the gold. The gold in a wedding ring, in a necklace, anywhere on Earth requires events even more extreme. The most catastrophic collisions in the cosmos. Every speck of gold that has ever existed was born in a disaster so violent it bends space itself. So now put the whole story together and feel the weight of it. Around 5 billion years ago, a cloud of gas and dust drifted through this corner of the galaxy. That cloud was a graveyard. It was the scattered ashes of stars that had lived and died long before, enriched with all the elements their deaths had created. And gravity slowly pulled that cloud of dead star dust together, and from it formed the sun, the earth, the oceans, and eventually every living thing that has ever crawled or swum or breathed on this planet, including you. The atoms in your eyes once blazed inside a star. The calcium in your teeth was forged in an explosion that lit up a galaxy. The iron in your blood was made in a dying sun and scattered across light years of empty space, drifting for billions of years before it became part of something that could look up and wonder where it came from. You are not separate from the universe, watching it from the outside. You are the universe. You are a piece of it that got warm and woke up and started asking questions. The cosmos didn't just make you, the cosmos became you. So the next time the night sky makes you feel small, remember this. Those stars aren't strangers. They're your ancestors. Every one of them that ever died gave away the pieces that eventually, after billions of years and unimaginable distances, became your hands, your heartbeat, your eyes looking up at the rest of the family still burning out there in the dark. You were forged in the death of stars, and you are still, in the most literal way there is, made of starlight.